Okay guys, welcome to day 7. Day 7 of our growth plan. We're talking about our John Goddard list. John Goddard was a very famous explorer, goal setter at the age of 15, sat down, wrote out 127 things, accomplished over 100 of them, is still working to figure out the last few things on his list. I mean, it was kind of unbelievable what he was able to accomplish, and what we were talking about is how hard it was to actually just sit down in one sitting and write out 100. So what we've done is we've broken them down into top 10 lists. Day 7 of this growth plan is really talking about material things. What kind of things do you want to actually purchase? What I typically get when I sit down with people, when I talk about things that they want to purchase, is usually things that are more convenience-based things than anything. It's usually not, a particular ring, a particular watch. What I'm finding is it's usually a vehicle of some kind, and it's not always, people sometimes will say, well, I want a Ferrari, or I want this. And I'm like, if you don't have a car, maybe you should start out with something that's just drivable. Rather than the Ferrari or Lambo. But eventually, you want a sports car, I understand that. So it's a vehicle, a truck, something safe, something new, something that has tires, something that smells right, something that doesn't have the ceiling dropping on it so that way it's sitting on your head. I don't know if you've ever driven a car like that. One of my first cars, it was a Pontiac Sunbird 1970. It was brown and rust. You really didn't know where the paint started and the rust stopped. I mean, it was just kind of all blended together. The ceiling was actually falling in it, so we actually used thumbtacks and thumbtacked the ceiling back into the top. The actual seat was duct tape. We actually put a blanket around it and then just duct taped the blanket around it. That was called, that was actually a really nice cushion, by the way. And the heat was on 24/7 because whatever had happened inside all of the engine or however they had it worked out is the car was overheating. So what they did is they actually turned the heat all the way up to blow the hot air off of the engine so that way the car wouldn't overheat. So it was 95 degrees in the car, summer, winter, regardless. Great heating system on a Pontiac, by the way. So that was my first car, and eventually you just want to get to something that doesn't have completely bald tires, that doesn't have a muffler and starts and sounds horrible. We've upgraded since then, so don't worry. I still have a new car that I want, but the current car I have is good. If you're worried about me, I'm okay. Special vehicle, maybe there's a special vehicle out there that you want. Maybe it is a truck or a 4-wheel drive, maybe it's a convertible, or some people are like, my ultimate dream car would be this really fast Porsche, this really fast Corvette, or this really fast muscle car, or maybe it's a foreign car of some kind, something ridiculous. And then, we get to talk about houses and where people live. So again, we go from convenience of getting around to where they physically live. They're like, if I were going to dream about material things, if I were going to dream about winning the lottery, one of the things that I can think I'd want to do is have a new place. Regardless of, how good people think they're doing, once, and I only say this from being a realtor, once they've actually walked through a bigger house, a nicer house, maybe in a different area. It might not even be bigger, it might be smaller, but the amenities are a little bit different. You go from, regular countertops to hard surface countertops. You go from, basic fixtures to really nice fixtures. Maybe it's glass, maybe it's marble, maybe it's a all wood floor instead of carpet. It's amazing how people will then go, what, I think I really do like this. I do want this. Designing out, a closet of, what's in it. Have you ever gone online and thought, okay, if I had $10,000, and do this, maybe you don't start with 10, maybe start with $1,000. Say if I had $1,000 right now, you go online and you take a notebook and you actually write out all the things that you'd actually purchase right now for yourself or maybe for somebody else, material things that you just want personally. And you whatever the figure is you just add up and just kind of make your dream shopping list. A lot of people do this during the holidays, but wouldn't it be cool to do it like year round? Not every month, but maybe, every quarter, you might need some new stuff, get rid of some stuff, donate some stuff, give some stuff away. Maybe you might want a boat or a motorcycle. What are the kind of material things you're looking for? Maybe it is jewelry. Maybe it is that certain watch you've always wanted. What about, a motorcycle of some kind, or jet ski? A new cell phone. Some people are just like, man, I need to upgrade my technology. I actually saw a guy that had like the original flip phone. Do you remember the GE flip phone? It was like this big. You could shove it underneath a car tire. It would stop a car from rolling backwards. I mean, that thing was awesome. And it still had a crappy battery life, even though the battery was this thick. That was amazing. Maybe you want a laptop. Some people are looking at, hey, I want to move away from a PC and get an Apple, an iMac. or maybe an iMac Pro now, and the big 17-inch and the screen, they're pretty nice. LCD, maybe a plasma screen TV, or maybe what you want to do is purchase something for somebody else. Maybe it's a gift of some kind. But regardless of what it is, make your shopping list, make your top 10 list, maybe go overboard a little bit. It's okay to dream, because what we're going to teach you how to do is not just go out and get these things, but the only way you're going to receive these things is by helping other people. And if you do it right, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want. And like always, what we always tell people is go ahead and share this video, go ahead and redistribute, go ahead and copy, because what we want you to do with these videos is not only learn from them, but be able to earn from them. Thanks.